Welcome back to Curious Investment, where investments are made simple. Guys, I have an updated video for Shopify. I hope you guys watched my video that was last week when I said Shopify to me is a buy. If you did watch that video, you guys would have been up 10% on your investment in just a matter of a few days. Now, I have big news ahead to let you guys know the big deal between Shopify and Google, or you can say between Shopify and YouTube, whichever way you want to put it. It's still a great, interesting partnership that will create a massive noise in the market space. Guys, this is absolutely beautiful for Shopify. Now, as I mentioned to you guys, that Shopify is one of my favorite e-commerce out there in the market that's providing you with services that you can sell to your customer anywhere in the world at a great price. Now, I'll dive into what's going on and why I think this stock may be on a rise right now. So let's jump right into the intro and we'll be back right into the details. Beautiful, guys. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're not subscribed yet, this is a perfect opportunity. I create videos of stocks that I think will give you profits in a short term, or stocks that will make you a lot of money going long term. Whichever way you want to invest, it's totally up to you. But one thing I ask, guys, do some research before you invest. This is just entertainment, sharing how I'm doing it. It may work for myself, it may not work for you, but do some research and you will know exactly if what I'm saying is making sense. Now, if you look at my screen, whichever way you want to look, if you take a look at my screen, you can see that YouTube and Shopify have created a partnership that they announced today. And since that time, you have seen Shopify shares bounce a strong 4.5% up for the day. Now, basically what I'm reading, it says online retail giant YouTube wants to further the trend with Shopify. They want to do a partnership. So regular influencers, people who make videos on YouTube, they can actually sell to customer directly. Basically, this is something that has been very smart and very, I would say, create a lot of sales and revenue in mostly in the Asian market, for example. And with Taboo, they have the same kind of thing with Taboo, where the influencers get paid a lot of money to actually try clothes on and have their subscribers or followers could actually purchase from them, where they could make funds just like that. So basically, Shopify and YouTube is actually trying to do the same thing. Now, the great thing about it is I made a video a few weeks back and last week as well. If you were following the channel, you can see last week I recommend when Shopify was trading below $40 per share. I believe it was like $39.60 at that point. I says, listen, it's a great opportunity. If you want to buy in the short term, you can make profit. If you go in long term, it's a no-brainer. Now, a lot of people are being very skeptical because, as you know it, a month back that Shopify completed a split. We can see the company completed a split back in the end of June here. We can see the stock was split 10-1, right? So that's why the price of Shopify is looking so low, is because the stock was split. And then basically people are on the edge trying to see where they want to enter in the trade. Now, it's a big drop off. If you take a look at Shopify a year back, the stock was trading above $2,000 per share. And then we saw it came all the way down to in the $400 range and lower. Just around 75 to 78% have completely got wiped away from the company. So if you're holding last year and if you didn't sell, then you'd lose at least 70% of your investment. As I tell people time and time again, when there are profits on the table, know when to exit and know when to rebuy into this investment. Now, I'm a long time investor in Shopify. I've been trading Shopify for years now, and I was fortunate enough to get out at a great price months ago, because listen, I take profit when there are profits on the market, because when profit is gone, it's gone, right? Just make it as simple as possible. But if you're thinking for the future, we can see it split 10 to 1. So the stock was trading roughly around 41, 42. Then we saw a huge drop off when it drops in the 30s. And we start to see it peps back up. We want to make sure we make or take as much advantage of that stock price right now, because you just never know. It's the stock market. A lot of fear have been going around in terms of inflation, in terms of hiking interest rate, in terms of recession fears. A lot of this has been pumping in the media, have been pumping heavily. So people that's on the side are afraid of going in the market and invest their money. Now, keep in mind, guys, that it has been reported that by the year 2026, 20% of all retail purchases will be made online. So from now until the year 26, they're predicting that more than 20% sales in retail will be done online. And they're thinking this is $1 trillion market for this here. Yes, that's why you see company like YouTube, they know this, right? So company like YouTube, they're taking steps now to capture a bigger slice of that massive pie. So you want to make sure that you position yourself to take the same kind of advantage. Now think about it, guys. Shopify is a very strong platform, huge e-commerce giant. I know they're partnering with YouTube or with Google, whichever you want to call it, Alphabet. This is a great move. It's a strategic move for both YouTube. It's a great opportunity for Shopify. The two together will create a massive run. And keep in mind, they're trying to compete with Amazon. Everyone is trying to compete with Amazon, and the partnership between these two companies will make it a legitimate a competition in that space. Now, if you're trying to buy or to go in this stock, hope you watched my last video last week when I recommend to buy at below $40 per share. If you did that, you'd have been up more than 10% on your investment right now. If you didn't do that, it's totally fine. It's a stock market. There's always opportunity. And the next time. Now, try to get Shopify as low as possible. For example, if you're thinking of buying 100 shares, don't just buy 100 shares at the same time. You can buy 50 at below, say, 42.50 per share. And if it drops below 40, you can buy 50 shares again. Or if you're trying to buy 1,000 shares, don't buy 1,000 at the same time. If you're trading, you can say, okay, I buy 100 at say $40.20. I buy 100 at say $38.50. I buy 100 at 41. Just try to get as low as possible and wait. Because I feel that Shopify will go on another run. And I told people this story that a few years back, I believe back in 2018, 2019, first time I traded in Shopify, the stock was trading, I believe, below $119 per share at that time. And I was recommending people to buy into Shopify. A lot of people discouraged me to even try to invest in Shopify. But if you look at today's date, guys, if you had invested in Shopify $1,000, say back in 2017, I'd say $85 per share. And if you sold Shopify when it was trading above $2,000 per share, that same $1,000 I could give you 23,000 right now. That's more than 2,000% in gains that you could have made on that one investment. So that's what I'm saying. Do your research. If you think it's a good opportunity, do not let anyone discourage you. Just think about it. If you have the spare money, you can invest in the market. You just got to invest in companies that you know are actually will be getting revenue, that are marketing their product, that people are using their services. It's a high growth company, in my opinion. It has been overblown from 2020 up to 2022, but we saw a huge pullback. We have basically a 78% discount in Shopify right now. If you were willing to pay $1,500 per share, like pre-split, then it should be okay for you to spend $400 per share at this moment. So I think it's a great opportunity for anyone that's looking. Now, a little bit about Shopify, guys. As you can see, as I said, for the year, we can see the company has lost almost 76%, right? It's always close as 78%. So 76% have been gone from this company since January 1st. We can see it have a year high Know that we're considering the split of $222 per share. So it's still at a great price. It's close to that 52-week market low. This is where you want to buy and hold long term as the economy start to come back. I'm sure this company will start to go for a massive run. It's a huge risk in the market with any stock that you invest in. But take a look at it, guys. We look at Amazon did a split. We look at Google completed their split. No, Shopify did their split as well. So it's not a big deal. You just gotta buy these companies when they're trading at such a low price. Now, each videos I make, guys, is when I'm buying and selling stocks or when I'm thinking of going in. I've gone in personally to buy shares in Shopify. I bought some shares today of IBM as well. We saw IBM was down. I've picked up some shares in Google. So this week is just a week of just accumulating more shares in different companies. I urge you guys to do the exact same thing. If you have the funds to do it, this is not telling you that you have to go and do it, but if you have the funds, if you want to invest, it's a great opportunity. Shopify is a good company with a lot of growth potential. Now, if you are afraid to invest in Shopify, you do have alternative. You can go in Amazon. As I said, it's a split right now, so the price is not as crazy as before. If you're thinking even bigger than that, you can think about this Chinese company called Baidu. Still a great position, but between me and you, if I should invest between Amazon, Baidu, and Shopify, I would choose between Shopify and Amazon right now. So again, like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. If you're buying, if you're selling, if you're staying completely away, I appreciate it. I respect the decision. Just let me know. If you have any stocks that you think is great opportunity, please share it with me. I'll do my own research and see if it's something I want to get into. Again, I only create videos of stocks that I actually buy and sell. So again, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace out.